Hey everyone, super nice that you are joining a new class again. This class is called Slowing Down. As at least I feel so many times that the world is going so fast, and now in this situation everything is slowly coming back alive again, and then this longing feeling of, can it all just slow down again comes. But also many times in personal situation, things can come and go so fast that I have that feeling inside like, can I just slow down? And it's not easy to slow down, so that's why we have each other to help each other. And I also go sometimes to yoga classes or to a concert or something where I can slow down myself with. I'm not talking about a rock concert then, but you know what I mean. So this class we're gonna do some nice poses, we're gonna flow, it's a Vinyasa flow, but we're gonna remind ourselves every time that it's okay to slow down. So let's come into a laying position to slow down. I don't know what you have been doing this whole day already, but let's slow down. By just coming into a comfortable laying down position, and make sure there's nothing around you that can easily distract you, something like a phone. So place that in another room, unless you follow this yoga class by your phone. But also when you're really warm, or maybe you're cold, or anything was distracting you and you can immediately do something about it, this is your moment. And then just stay here. Let the earth receive your body weight. And have a moment of gratitude towards yourself that you creating time and energy to follow this class, to slow down, to help yourself to slow down. So let's start with a body scan. I'm just gonna name some body parts, and rather than you to follow my guidance word by word, just let the words come to you and trust that your body knows. Let this practice unfold by itself. So maybe you just wiggle your toes for a moment. Maybe only your big toe, your second toe, your third toe, your fourth toe, and the tiny little toe. And then relax all 10 toes. Relaxing the ankle, relaxing your feet, relaxing the lower part of your legs, relaxing your knees, and relaxing your thighs, relaxing the back of the legs, relaxing the belly, Relaxing the pelvis. And relaxing your buttocks, the glutes. And connect with the breath. Feel the belly rising and falling. And relaxing the side of your body. And relaxing your stomach area. Relaxing your sternum, the chest, and the front of your ribs, and the back of the ribs. And relaxing the lower part of the spine, and the mid part of the spine. And the upper part of the spine. Relaxing the shoulders, the front, the back, the top of the shoulders. Relaxing the arms, the upper part of the arm, the elbows, the forearms, the wrists, the hands, the palm of your hands, and the back of the hands, and the fingers. The thumbs, the index finger, the middle finger, the ring finger, and the pinky, the little finger. Relaxing the throat area and your neck. Relaxing the back of the head. Relaxing the eyes, the nose, the cheeks. And bring the focus towards your mouth. Be aware if you have any sensation in the mouth. Sensations in the floor of the mouth, the top of the mouth, and the inside of the cheeks. Really relax the back of the body and the front of the body, the left side of the body, the right side of the body. And then release and relax the whole body as one. Feeling the space around the body. Slowing down, slowing down. And whether you can already feel your body weight more heavy towards the floor, or maybe still very active in the mind, just be grateful for this moment that you give your body time to relax. Sometimes that goes easy. Sometimes that's very difficult. But it's very important to keep practicing it, to make it part of your lifestyle, to just sometimes slowing down. Okay, slowly now start to wiggle your fingers, your toes, the ankles. Moving the wrists. Maybe you can listen to the clicking and clacking of the wrist joints and ankle joints. They tend to click quite often. At least in my wrists, my ankles. And then take a deep breath in and really give yourself a nice stretch. And then stretch out the left side, so pushing the left heel away from you, and see if you can grab something just out of reach with your left arm behind you. And then alternate, do the same thing on the right side. And then again on the left side. And again on the right side. And then bringing the knees into the chest, give yourself a nice hug. And then take a deep breath in. And on an exhale, lift up your upper body and try to stick your nose in between your knees. And release. One more time, inhale deep. And on an exhale, lift up. And then release, come back. Alternate a little bit with your knees left and right, so you can just make some nice funky circles here. So try not to keep the knees together, but just separate them and let them go their own way. And really feel the support still of the spine and the floor, relaxing the face. And if you move fast, see if you can move a little bit more slow. Because when we have this desire to slow down, we can start with slow movements with ourselves. And often we can experience some resistance because we want to slow down, but we want to do that fast. It's such a nice contradiction. Okay, now slowly let's roll to one side, left or right, does not matter. And you'll just stay here for a moment into this nice fetus position. You can bring your knees a little bit more up towards the chest. And if you want, you can place your arm or one hand, your top hand, over your eyes. So it's just dark for a moment. And this is a moment where you can really tune within and tell ourselves our biggest wishes, our biggest dreams, our biggest regrets. We can slow down in what is. And very slowly remove the hands and then come to all fours again, hands and knees. Oh, now let's come to a seat. No, not so fast. Let's come to a seat. Maybe if you have a block or a blanket and you like to sit on something, make it yourself comfortable. And then close your eyes. Make sure your body sits firm and relaxed at the same time. Lengthening the spine. Relaxing the shoulders. Relaxing the face. And feel the body weight again entering your body, going down as if there's a blanket, just a heavy blanket. Someone is putting a heavy blanket over your body and it's just slowly coming down towards the base of the spine. It can feel scary or vulnerable to slow down, because immediately the mind will disturb and say things like, come on, be quick, we have to do a lot of things, and la 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 la. And try not to listen to these voices if they are present. They're very universal. We recognize them all. So if you have those voices, just repeat the mantra, slow down, slow down, slow down. And you can come back to those voices later and let's see if they're still so present after this class. Trust, slow down. Now gently you can opening up the eyes, but keep your gaze very soft. Now take a deep breath in, reach your arms overhead. And on an exhale, lowering down the arms again. Inhale, arms up again. And exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, finding that length on the side of the body. Now keep that length and just bringing your arms back down. Then bringing your right hand behind you, your left arm somewhere on top of your thigh or knee. Inhale, finding length. And exhale, twist a tiny little bit deeper towards the right, excuse me. So you're twisting over the right. You can look over your right shoulder, but don't crunch your neck. Release any tension in the neck, softening the face. And then lifting up the right arm, bringing the right arm towards the right ear. Slowly bend sideways over towards the left. And slowly come up. Then bringing your left hand next to you. Take a deep breath in and come into maybe an even deeper side stretch here. Maybe you want to bring your elbow to the floor if that feels good. Maybe you want to find more length with your right hand towards the ceiling. And slowly come up. Then bringing your left hand behind you and your right arm somewhere on top of your thigh or knee. Take a deep breath in, finding length. And on an exhale, twist towards the left. Relaxing the jaw. Maybe make some funny faces here. We keep a lot of tension in our jaw, so it's nice to give them some space, some release. Maybe take a deep breath in here. And exhale out with a sigh and twist a tiny little bit deeper. Then lifting up the left arm, bring the left arm next to the left ear and bend sideways over towards the right. And slowly come up, and I'm bringing your hand towards the side and lifting up the left arm and come into a more deeper side stretch over towards the right. And slowly come up. And bringing your hands on top of the knees, take a deep breath in, up, push your chest forward. Maybe look up for this kind of seated cow pose. And on an exhale, really rounding the spine, bring the chin to the chest, pull the navel in for this seated cat pose. So inhale, arching. And exhale, rounding. Inhale, arching. And exhale, rounding. 2 more times on your own, slowly. And then we move into all fours, nice and slowly. Finding your balance, hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Pull the navel in, finding length into the spine. Now find your balance while lifting up the right leg. See if you can straighten the right leg really out, pushing your heel away from you. Finding the balance, stay here, or maybe also lift up your left arm. Breathe. Feel the strength. Now we move very slowly. Take a deep breath in. On an exhale, bend the left elbow, bend the right knee. Inhale, straighten again. And exhale, bend and round. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, round. And then we move over towards the other side. So lifting up the left leg, finding your balance first. And if this is enough, you can just only move your left leg. Otherwise, lift up your right arm as well. Keep your balance, pull the navel in. Now very slowly, inhale deep. And exhale, bend the elbow, bend the knee. And round the spine. Inhale, finding that length. And exhale, bend and round. One more time. And then slowly come back to all fours, hands and knees. And then just move freestyle, slowly. Move your body in all kind of directions. You can close your eyes and make it your private dance here. What is needed for you to do in your body to feel that you can slow down? So also make this like a slow dance. As if you're in a slow motion movie. And then move into a child pose. Child pose is maybe one of the best poses to do when things are getting overwhelmed. And here you can really take time to slow down. Now bring your focus towards the breath. And really feel some space in your in-breath. And allow the body to really sink down to the earth on your out-breath. Just a couple of more breaths here. Slowing down. Slowing down. Very slowly come out of this pose and come back to all fours. And then from here, we're moving into downward facing dog. Just pedal your legs a little bit, bend one knee, try to straighten the other, walk the dog on its spot. And then bend both knees, look between your hands slowly, walk your feet to the front of your mat. You can bend your knees, lean onto your knees, or just hang in a forward fold. Maybe you want to hold your elbows. Maybe make some funny faces here again, contracting, releasing the facial muscles. From here, we're slowly gonna roll ourselves up. We're taking our time. We're not in a rush. Although maybe the mind let you believe sometimes that we are in a rush. But on the end of this journey called life, I don't think we're going to regret that we slow down. Now slowly take a deep breath in, reach your arms up, and on an exhale, forward fold and down. On an inhale, come up halfway. And then on an exhale, bringing the right leg back, bringing that right knee to the floor, and come into a fingertip lunge here. Slowly walk both of your hands towards your left knee and just stay here for a moment. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the face. You can press, but very gentle, a little bit with your hands towards your left knee or left thigh, to just create a little bit more space between your belly and your left thigh. And you can think of pushing your back ribs a little bit more to the back of your mat, creating some space also here in the front of your body, while sinking also forward and down into your hips. Breathe. Slowly coming back out of this pose, hands down to the floor, and step back into your downward facing dog. Then lifting up the right leg, bringing that right foot all the way forward in between your hands, and then lowering down that left knee. Fingertip lunge, take some time here to feel how your body reacts onto these poses. And then walk slowly your both hands towards the right thigh, right knee. Take some time to create some space in your neck, belly, chest, pushing the back ribs away from you and sinking forward and down into the hips. Relaxing the face and smile. And thank yourself for this wonderful time that you spend with yourself, taking it easy, taking it slowly. Okay, slowly come back. And now we're gonna step with the left foot forward. So make a big step forward with your left foot. Inhale halfway. And exhale, forward fold and down. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, hands in front of your heart. Inhale, float your chest, your arms up. And exhale, flow your chest down. Inhale, float your chest up here. And now make a big step with your left foot all the way back.
Bringing your left knee down to the floor. Fingertip lunge. Take some time to feel the body. Walking your hands on top of the right thigh, right knee. Creating space. Pushing your ribs back, belly in, navel in. And now you can also stay here or lift up your arms. Reaching the arms up. You can still pretend your hands are onto your knees. That can help you in this pose. Slowly release, hands back to the floor. Step back, downward facing dog. Maybe wiggle a little bit, pedal your knees, your legs. And then lifting up the left leg, bringing that left foot all the way forward in between your hands, lowering down that right knee, fingertip lunge. Slowly walk your hands over towards your left knee, creating some space. And bringing your arms overhead. Giving yourself some more time to actually feel the poses, slowing down. Slowing down in your Vinyasa practice. Can be very challenging, so breathe. The breath can help you. And also the sensations of your body can help you. Okay, slowly bringing your hands back down to the floor. Now we're going to step forward with the right foot. Lift up the right knee and make a big step forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold and down. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, hands in front of your heart. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, hinge from the hips down. Inhale, opening up the chest. And exhale, right leg back. Big step with your right foot back, lowering down that right knee, fingertip lunge. Walk your hands on top of your left knee, creating space in your belly, your thigh, your chest. Relaxing the jaw. And then bringing the arms overhead. Interlace the fingers. See if you can just move a little bit here. Maybe some nice stretches. A little bit towards the left. Move a little bit towards the right here. Maybe the palms a bit more up. And slowly come back, downward facing dog. Then lifting up the right leg, bringing that right foot all the way forward, in between your hands, lowering down that left knee, fingertip lunge. Hands on top of the knee, pushing the back ribs back, creating space for your shoulders, your jaw. And then bringing your arms up. Interlace the fingers. Move a bit towards the left, to the right. Very slowly, small movements. Maybe moving the palms of your hands up. Just very small, nice, small adjustments. And you can probably feel the reaction of your body immediately. Okay, hands back down, tucking the left toes and step forward. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale, nose towards the knees, forward fold. Inhale, come up. And exhale, hands in front of your heart. One more round like this. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale the left foot back. Big step with your left foot back, lowering down that left knee, fingertip lunge. Whenever you're ready, hands on top of the knee. Whenever you're ready, arms up. Interlace, small movements. Now interlace the fingers behind the back. Squeeze the shoulder blades and opening up the front of the body. And release, hands back to the floor. Step back, downward facing dog. And maybe pedal your legs a little bit. Walking the dog on the spot. And then lifting up the left leg. Bringing that left foot all the way forward in between your hands. And then lowering down that right knee, fingertip lunge, take your time. Slowly move your hands towards the knee, focusing more on the upper body also here. Ribs in, back ribs back, happy face. Arms up, interlock the fingers and maybe make some small, nice, gentle movements here to maybe open up more the side of the body. Maybe you want to go for back bend a little bit. And then interlock the fingers behind your back. Really squeeze the shoulder blades, opening up the front. Breathe. And then release. And then step back with your left foot into downward facing dog. And then bring both knees to the floor and come into a pose of a child. Just feel your body after doing 8 rounds, or actually 4 rounds, but left and right. Of this very gentle form of sun salutation, stretching the legs, the hips, the spine. Go back towards your breath and really feel the breath. One last deep breath in here. And out. Slowly come back towards all fours, hands and knees. Tucking the toes and come into your downward facing dog. Now lifting up the right leg, bringing that right foot all the way in between your hands and come into a fingertip lunge, but this time with your knee off the floor, creating some space. Slowly pressing your legs really firm down, your feet down to the floor. And now come up into your lunge position, hands into the hips. You can stay here or bring your arms overhead, finding that length for your lunge position. Inhale deep, exhale, angel wings, elbows to the side. And down. One more time, inhale deep and exhale, really opening up, squeeze those shoulder blades, really nice and juicy. Now from here, inhale up and move into a warrior 2 pose. Inhale, reverse warrior. And on an exhale, come into a side angle bend. And just stay here, breathe. See if you can adjust your pose, your feet. Really press with your right arm towards the right thigh to create that space between your right shoulder and your right ear. The left arm goes over and is ideally in one line with the left leg. Maybe sink your hips a tiny little bit deeper, but the breath And the slowing down and the relaxation of your face is way much more important than anything else. Okay, slowly from here, bringing your left hand down, left heel goes up, twist your lunge, right arm goes up. And then bringing your right hand down and step back into your downward facing dog. And maybe wiggle again, really slowly. And you can stay here. You can also bring your knees back to the floor for a child pose. Or if you want, you can join me for a Vinyasa flow. Inhale, we move into a high push-up plank. Exhale, lowering down with or without the knees, your choice. Slowly come down. Inhale, opening up the chest into cobra or upper facing dog. Shoulders away from your ears and press yourself back. Downward facing dog. And then lifting up the left leg. Bringing that left foot in between your hands and come into a fingertip lunge. See if you can look forward, creating length into your chest, into your spine. And now visualize coming up. Visualize getting very light in your upper body and then come up. So your legs here are super strong, steady and firm, so your upper body can actually relatively be relaxed. If you want, bring your arms overhead as well. 2 times, angel wings, inhale deep, exhale. Inhale, arms up. And exhale. And then from here, we're moving into a warrior pose. So really opening up to warrior 2. Beautiful. Inhale, reverse warrior. Opening up the left side of the body. And then left arm goes to the left thigh. And right arm goes over. Maybe sink a little bit deeper into the hips. Relaxing the face. Slow, steady breath. And then from here, moving the right hand down, right heel up, and twist your lunge. And then the left hand goes down and we're going to step into downward facing dog. We're just going to pedal here a little bit. And then you can stay here, come into a pose of a child or take a Vinyasa flow. Inhale, flow into your plank, strong legs. Exhale, lowering down with or without the knees. Inhale, opening up the chest. And exhale back into your downward facing dog. And then bring both knees to the floor and everyone can come into a child pose to slow down again. We're going to do one more standing postures after this, and then we'll follow some seated posture. So while you're slowing down, don't get lazy, keep your breath active, but just slow down any tension of the body. Maybe you can feel your neck or your lower back. Slow down. And then give yourself one more deep, full breath here. Very slowly, let's come to all fours, hands and knees, for one nice round of standing postures. All fours, tucking the toes. Come into your downward facing dog. Very good. Slowly and steady. Lifting up the right leg. Bringing that right foot in between your hands. Fingertip lunge. Slowly come up into your lunge position. Opening up, warrior two pose. Inhale, reverse warrior. And on an exhale, come into Parsva Konasana, side angle bend. From here, we're moving into half moon pose. Left hand goes down onto the hip. Make the step first a tiny little bit smaller. And then look over towards your right foot. Say hello to your right foot, relaxing the toes. Now take a deep breath in, and on an exhale, come into a balance pose. If you have a book or a block, I would advise to use a block or a book. But if not, you can place your right fingertips towards the floor. You're opening up that left hip. And if you want, you can also bring your left arm towards the ceiling. Now what we're going to do, we're going to bring your left knee. We're both bending both knees. We're going to bring that left knee behind the right knee. And maybe the left arm goes under the right arm. So now we're open again. We straighten both legs. I'm going to get my block here. And now I'm going to bend both knees again, and I bring my left knee behind my right knee. Okay, we're going to do it one more time. Inhale, we're opening up into half moon pose. And now we're going to bend both knees and bringing that left knee behind the right knee. And now we're going to come all the way towards a seat, while the left knee is still bent and the right leg is still flat, the right foot is still flat onto the floor. What? So if you're completely confused now, then I would say straighten first the left leg, and then the right foot goes over on the outside of the left leg. You can stay here or bend this left knee. So here we are in this kind of shoelace position. We're going to go for a twist. So the right hand is behind you. Inhale, finding length. Left arm up. And then we're going to twist over towards the right. You can embrace your own right leg here. Every inhale, find a little bit more length. And every exhale, twist a tiny little bit deeper. Maybe look over your own right shoulder. Breathe. And then slowly come back. Counter twist. First with a straight spine. And then we're going to actually bring the forearms onto the floor and just see if you can bring your heart, your navel also towards the floor. So come really close and then come out. Now bend this, if it was straight, this leg, you can do this, the whole sequence the same. Bending now the left leg and placing the left foot flat onto the earth for this reclined number 4 pose. Feeling maybe a stretch on the outer right hip here. Finding length into the spine. I don't care how you have your hands, so place your hands wherever you like to place them. And now see if you can lift up. Lift up your hips. And come down. So replace your feet and now press yourself up into a nice little squat, balancing onto your toes, finding balance. And then from here slowly come towards a standing posture, still balancing onto your toes. And then come into this squat position again, bending the knees, still with your heels off the floor. Inhale, come up. Keep on breathing here. And slowly coming down. One more time, up. Up, whoop, keeping the balance. And release. Okay, take a deep breath in, arms up. And exhale, forward fold and down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now lifting up the left leg, bringing that left foot in between your hands and come into your fingertip lunge. Make your legs super strong and solid so your arms can be really light. Arms up. Opening up, warrior two. Take a deep breath in, reverse warrior. And on an exhale, side angle bend. Bringing your right hand on top of the right hip. Look down, say hello to your left foot. Make the step a tiny little bit smaller. If you have a book, take a book or a block. And then inhale deep, exhale, right leg up into your half moon pose. See if you can really try to keep the balance here. Right leg is active, left leg is active, right arm is active, soft face. Now we're bending both knees. See if you can bring slowly, We're bringing that right knee behind the left knee, as if the right knee wants to kiss the back of the left knee. Inhale, we're opening again. Slowly straighten both legs, opening up the hip. And now we're gonna bend it again. Bend the left knee, bend the right knee behind the left knee. One last time, inhale deep. And now the third time, we're just gonna lowering down that right knee all the way to the floor, to the floor, to the floor, to the floor. And then we're gonna go and sit. So if this is a little bit science fiction, you can straighten this right leg out and still do the twist. So choose your option. Okay, left hand behind you. Take a deep breath in. And on an exhale, twist over towards the left. Every inhale, finding that length. Every exhale, twist a tiny little bit deeper. Very nice. Really pull the navel in. Twist maybe tiny little bit deeper. Relaxing the face, relaxing the shoulders. And then we're going to counter twist towards the other side. So take a deep breath in and come all the way towards the right side. First with a straight spine. And then lift up your left buttocks for this. You're going to bring your forearms to the floor. Maybe only one forearm, that's okay. And you're going to just see if you can bring your navel towards the floor, looking over towards the right, and slowly come back. We're gonna go for this recline number 4. So come and sit, right knee is bent, right foot is flat onto the earth, and the left ankle on top of the right knee, finding length into the spine. And you probably feel the outer left hip here. If not, maybe bringing the hips a little bit closer towards the heel can help. And then maybe different position of your hands. Anything is okay. And then lift up the hips. And slowly release. And then straighten both legs. Take a deep breath in. And on an exhale, come into your forward fold. If you want, you can always sit on something. Make the legs active. Every inhale, find a little bit more space in your belly to breathe. And exhale, slowing down. On your next inhale, you come up. And then bending this right knee And then opening up that right knee towards the side for a seated tree pose. Take a deep breath in, come up halfway, or finding length into the spine, and then with that length you come forward into this seated tree pose. You can close your eyes and focusing really towards the inside of the body, creating space, finding length into the spine, but slowly, slowly. You don't have to push yourself here. We're pushing ourselves already way too much in other things. So let yoga be your moment of surrendering and repeating the mantra that it's okay exactly how it is already, and that I can slow down. Slow down in these physical practices does not mean that you give up, or does not mean that you get lazy. It only means that you trust the process of life itself, and that you can slow down because you're not only in control. Slowly come out, and lifting up that right foot, place it over the left leg, and here we do another twist. Right hand behind you, inhale, arm up, and exhale, twist. This time you maybe want to hook your elbow on the outside of the knee and make the stop sign and come a little bit deeper into your twist. Slowly release. Now lift up that right leg and now turn it all the way out. So the left leg is straight and the right knee is more to the back. It looks different probably with everyone. So maybe your knee is here, but see if you can bring it a little bit more to the back. I call it the runner's stretch. So left leg is still very active. Right leg is behind you. Take a deep breath in and exhale, see if you can come forward. How is your body reacting differently? And can you still release and just give up the fight and slow down with what is? And then very slowly come out, and then place your right leg next towards your left, forward fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, coming forward and fold. Every inhale finding that length, every exhale release. And slowly come out and bending that right knee and opening up that knee to the side for seated tree pose. Inhale, finding length, and exhale, right leg straight and come forward. Never surrender your heart here as well. Think of that fingertip lunge we did many times. We're creating still space in the upper body, while the lower part of the body is still very solid and firm. So the upper body can relatively be light. And then slowly come out. We're gonna lift that left leg up. We're gonna go for another twist. Left hand behind you, take a deep breath in, and on an exhale, twist over towards the left. And this time maybe hook the elbow to the outside of your left knee and making that stop sign. Hello. I'm waving to you. Every inhale, find more length. Let's come to the very gentle, soft maximum of this twist. And then release. Lift up that left leg and place it all the way out. So we're gonna go for this runner stretch. Activate your right leg. Take a deep breath in and exhale, come forward and fold. And then slowly come out and then straighten both legs. And then come lay down onto your back with your knees bent and see if you can touch the back of your heels with your fingers. Pressing the feet into the earth, and then at the same time you lift up your hips. It almost goes by itself. And then bringing also your arms overhead. And then bringing your hips down and the arms down as well. A couple of times like this. So we're lifting up the hips, we're lifting up the arms. And just do it very slowly in your own nice rhythm. See if you can find a nice rhythm with the breath. And that's your music where you're doing your dance on. So the movement follows the breath. Nothing firm. Very slowly. Maybe even have a little pause in between and then try again. And then the next time when your hips and your arms are up, you can stay there. And then keep your arms where they are. Maybe hook your thumbs. So you can hook your thumbs. And then slowly, slowly bring your hips down to the earth. And you can really feel a stretch in your shoulders here then. Depending on the space you have. Some people don't feel anything. They have quite open shoulders. And otherwise you can feel a strong stretch in your shoulders here. Eventually your hips are completely relaxed onto the earth. And then you can release also your thumbs if you want, or not. Stay a little bit longer in this shoulder stretch. And then release. Everyone can release the arms. Bring the arms alongside your body. And maybe make that movement your body is really asking for. So maybe a nice little wiggle. Maybe you want to bring your knees into the chest. Maybe you're going to bring your knees to one side and look over towards the other side for a short twist as we soon going to go into Shavasana. So place yourself onto the back, straighten out the legs. Arms alongside your body. Where we started the class as well.
So while you are going to stay a couple of minutes completely relaxing into Shavasana, I'm gonna play for you the kalimba. And bear with me, I just bought it and I just do something. Relax, slow down, slow down. Very slowly start to activate your breath again. Wiggle your fingers, your toes, the ankles, the wrist. Give yourself a nice long stretch. Make yourself small again and roll onto your favorite side. And just stay here or join me for a seat. Feel your body, feel your breath. And I hope this practice gave you a little bit more opening and space to calm down, to trust, to change the gear from 5 into 1, slowing down, slowing down. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining this class. Of course, you can subscribe on my channel and check out more or different classes. You can write some comments below. Always nice to read. Thank you so much for supporting, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye bye, and slow down.